There's no greater literary tragedy than that of Romeo and Juliet. The young lovers set on a course of self-destruction because of family and social pressures. If there is one lesson we can learn from this classic tale, it is do not make rash decisions. Hi, this is Rick Curtis, and this Church Planting Minute is brought to you from the famous streets of the Capulets and the Montagues, Verona, Italy. We all know the story. Romeo finds Juliet, makes a quick assumption that she is dead, drinks the poison and dies. She wakes, sees him dead, and kisses him to die from the same poison. When it doesn't work, she takes the blade and says, "Oh, tragic dagger, this is thy sheath," and stabs herself and dies upon Romeo's body. An epic tragedy that could have been avoided by two things: more time and more voices. Making difficult decisions is a way of life for the church planter. Many of those decisions will make or break your future. Allow me to give you a simple tool that may prevent your church plant from becoming a Shakespearean tragedy. If you will, imagine two intersecting lines, the first extending from no time to much time, the second extending from no counsel to much counsel. These two axes create four quadrants. Let me explain how these quadrants need to be a necessary part of your decision making. The first quadrant is no time, no counsel. This is the quadrant of tragedy. This quadrant resulted in Juliet lying across Romeo's body. If you are the only one making a very hasty decision, you're in trouble. Only slightly better is the quadrant of blame. That is, no time and much counsel. But if things go bad here, you run the risk of tearing the church apart because so many helped with the bad decision that depending on how tight your core group is, you have the risk of finger pointing and blame and internal fracturing. The third quadrant is the quadrant of pride. It is both a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because things can happen quickly, but this is a curse because if things go wrong, there's only one person to blame. Too many of our church planners are operating from the quadrant of pride. Finally, there's the quadrant I call the win. That is, the leader can make this decision with sufficient time and sufficient counsel to make the right decision. This is rarely tragic and a reminder of the importance of an empowered leadership team in which there is high trust. Take it from Romeo and Juliet. If they could speak post-mortem from their pages, I think they would say to you, make your decisions slower and listen to the counsel of others.